Good morning, everyone. Take your Bible and go to Matthew chapter number 14 with me this morning. And this is a place where Jesus challenges some fishermen, at least a few of them were fishermen, about their ability, what they were counting on, what they were trusting in, what they were hoping would save them. We put our trust in a lot of things. We go through hard times and we cling to the things that we've always clinged to. We expect others to fulfill us or heal us or help us. But sometimes, and most of the time really, the only one who really can do that is the Lord. And so the Lord sends his disciples in a boat out into the water to a storm that he will create. And this storm can only be taken care of by him. And I'm sure the disciples pulled and twisted and whatever fishermen knew to do. I mean, these guys were masters of the sea. They'd been out in a storm before. And yet they couldn't do anything with this one. It was only when the Lord came about that anything could happen. Let me just read it to you. Starting in verse number 22 of chapter 14, it says, "And straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into his ship and go before him unto the other side. And he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone." So Jesus is praying, no doubt praying for them. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a spirit," and they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come unto thee unto the water." And he said, "Come." And when Peter was come out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, "If thou, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?" And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, "Of a truth thou art the Son of God." And wow. Jesus walks out to them. The water has not ceased its craziness. And Peter hears the voice of Jesus and says, "If it's really you, call me out on the water. And if it's you, I can walk on that water." And remember, the water is still stormy. And he's able to walk on the water, on the surface of the sea that is stormy. It's my thought this morning as I look at this, that we often look at other things to help us navigate the storms of life. But some of the storms of life can only be navigated with Christ. Our friends, our church family, even our pastor can't help us navigate this. They can only be there. And if we're relying on them to help us navigate, they'll always fall short. They'll disappoint. But if you'll notice, when they stopped trying to make the ship right in the stormy sea, and they looked to Jesus, the wind and the waves stopped, and the sea was calm. And then things got better. I'm going to encourage you with this morning, that we can do a lot of things, but we can only do some of those things well with Christ. In fact, we shouldn't attempt anything without him. Some things we'll get away with it, but other things, they're just his. I think of someone like Job, who was traveling through some really difficult times, and his friends, everything they said was just offensive. Yet he trusted in the Lord. And so this morning, I don't know what you're up against. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Because there's the other side of that. There's the accomplishment side. I mean, how insulting was it to these fishermen that they could not get a handle on this particular storm and this particular ship? These people knew what they were doing, and they couldn't do it without Jesus, and that's what the miracle was. So I want to encourage you. You might be able to get away with it for a while without Jesus, but without Jesus, you'll never make it to the other side. And so put your trust and faith in him, and he'll take you there. I hope that helps you. Have a great day.